a girlfriend, friends, alcohol, gym, or video games won't solve your loneliness. In fact, it will actually worsen over time as you try to find things that will actually distract you from loneliness. I think money, a girlfriend, the gym, alcohol, video games actually magnify your pre-existing habits and compel you to even build more bad ones. Let me give you an example. Your girlfriend broke up with you. Leaving you drowning in tears and pain. Suddenly, you found yourself trapped in the dark tunnel of loneliness. Angry and frustrated, your mind unconsciously searches for something to get you out of that dark tunnel of loneliness. Then you resort to a bottle of beer. It doesn't hurt at all. One bottle of beer after another, slowly the loneliness disappears into thin air. Before you know it, you pass out. The next day, guess what comes knocking again? Yeah, loneliness, and this time even more intense. Then you resort to drinking again, and before you know it, a simple beer becomes a habit and turns into an addiction. Now you are combating two evils, loneliness and alcohol addiction. But here's the truth, neither the gym or a bottle of beer can heal your loneliness. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel today. So I'm Thank God Uket, and on this channel we share everything storytelling, productivity, and content creation, and how to become a better person. So if you like content like this, keep subscribe, turn on your notification, and more videos will be coming your way. And I want to sincerely appreciate you guys for the reaction on the last two videos I uploaded on this channel. That is around 16,000 views right now as we speak. It's been super amazing connecting with my African brothers and sisters down in the comments. It's been really amazing. And before we dive into how you can overcome loneliness as someone in your 20s, and the information I'm going to share with you is not what you'll find online, because most of what is found online is some scientific research that does not have real life application. I know they were done through sampling people and seeing what goes on, but no, what I'm about to share you is life applicable lessons, because I'm in your 20s and the information I'm going to be sharing with you will help you navigate your 20s and even into your 40s and be able to build the life that you want. Now we need to talk about the difference between loneliness and being alone. There are two different concepts that a lot of people actually mistake for each other. Let me explain. To me, loneliness is actually a psychological state where you are separated from everything around you. You might actually be among people, but you are not really present, connecting with them emotionally. So that one is actually loneliness, and there is a thin line between loneliness and depression. In fact, I believe that from loneliness it's pretty easy to dash into depression without knowing. The why being alone is wanting to go out and have your quiet moment where you just reminisce about the goodness of God, where you just reminisce about how to move your business forward. A girlfriend is not what you need. Please calm down and let me explain. One of the things that actually plague us as young people is when we start growing up, we start having this desire to be with a woman. It's a normal feeling. It's a medical sign that you are good as a man, and it's actually really good. If you don't find those signs, if you don't find those urges, if you don't have an erection, especially early in the morning, it's a sign that you need medical attention. Morninghood is very important for a man. But I tell you this for a fact, if you bring in a woman into your life when you are lonely, she will not be able to satisfy that, because a woman was not meant to quench a man's loneliness. A woman was meant to help you achieve purpose. Now we'll go on to that later on in this video. If you are lonely and money comes in, you will become more lonely. If you are lonely and power comes in, you will become more lonely. If you are lonely and marriage comes in, you will become more lonely. And the reason I'm saying this is because these things are amplifiers. They don't make you better. They actually reveal your default state. So as a guy, a lady is not the answer to your loneliness. So you don't have unrealistic expectations from a lady, because she will never be able to quench loneliness. And if you are married, please drop down in the comments below. Have a woman been able to quench your loneliness? Please let us know down in the comments, so that those of us that are unmarried, that are single, we actually learn from the information that I'm sharing. Now let's move on to the next point. Now this one is huge. I want you to pay attention to this one, because this is a plague that is actually plaguing everyone in their 20s. At some point in your life, you've probably compared yourself to your counterparts, to your friends, to family, to everyone around you, and even at school, you've probably compared yourself with people. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's actually greener where you are standing. All you have to do is water the grass. If a fish is judged by its ability to be able to climb a tree, it will automatically become very useless. I hope you understand the parable I'm sharing. Listen up. In your 20s, you will see a lot of things that will actually trigger competition. Now, I don't think competition is actually a bad thing. What I actually think is rivalry. Competition, healthy competition, actually makes you better, because sometimes when I watch some YouTube content, it actually fires some motivation and pushes me to do better in my content and the way I edit my videos and the way I talk to people naturally. So these things are good. But unhealthy comparison, where people compare you to your fellow classmates that are having cars, that are buying houses, that are married, it's not a good comparison. It will actually increase your level of loneliness and push you to actually want to get those things, which in return you will later discover that it wasn't really those things that were missing in your life. It wasn't really money that was missing in your life. It wasn't really a car that was missing in your life. Your comfort was traded in the process. Your convenience was traded in the process. Your peace was traded in the process. I've heard a lot of stories from young people, even down here in Africa, that have suffered from going into internet fraud and later discover that it wasn't really money they were going into. It is actually impossible to be depressed or lonely when you found your purpose. It is impossible. Like me, for example, prior to the time I started content creation, I started creating content online, I used to always be very lonely. And there is a popular saying that goes in Africa that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Your mind wasn't designed to be empty. We were designed to pursue something. If you are not pursuing something, it definitely means that you will become lonely and depressed. Isolation is not supposed to be the experience of humankind, because we were created to actually find our purpose and live according to purpose. I am a Christian, and I'm going to explain this from a Christian perspective. When God created us, He said, "Go ye to the world, dominate, subdue the earth, and procreate." That is what God gave us as a mandate. And the reason God gave us that is to avoid loneliness. And you can also see that in the Holy Book, the Bible, when Eve actually was lonely, the devil came to her and she was easier for the devil to use. I hope you get what I'm trying to explain. Every time you are not in purpose, you will become lonely, because you were created to pursue something. How do you find your purpose? I made a video about picking a niche for your YouTube channel in case you want to start content creation, and I think I spoke about that extensively. And even if you don't want to start creating content online, that video is going to really change your mind. I'm going to put it up at the card right here and also at the description below. I want you to go watch that video. And I'm going to also make a dedicated video about how to find your passion, because I actually went through a lot before I found out what I'm doing currently, because this is not the only thing I do. For those that are new here, I'm also a gospel publicist. I publish content around promoting the gospel, and I have a channel with over 100,000 subscribers. I have another one with almost 7,000 subscribers, and it's been super amazing. I'm just trying to use this one to advance the things that I've learned from other channels and my work over the years as a young man to help you build the life of your dreams. This one is huge. I don't know if you believe in God or the existence of a supernatural being that is controlling what is happening on this earth, but I believe that there is a space in man that only God can fill. Money was designed to fit a particular space. Family was designed to fit a particular space. Education was designed to fit a specific area. But there is a space in man that only God can fill. And every time you try to use something to fix into that place, you become uncomfortable, you become miserable, you become lonely, and you become depressed. I promise you, every time you try to find something outside of God to replace God, you will become miserable. Because let's talk about money. A lot of people actually think that what you need, what you are looking for right now is money. But I promise you, what is missing in your life is not money. What is missing in your life is God. If God is in your life and is dictating your life, is the one calling the shots in your life, you cannot be depressed. That experience is not for we that are following after God, because your purpose is already predestined. Your purpose is already pre-written before time began. What you came to earth to do is to actually live out that purpose while you are aligned with God. Whatever you believe, please believe, but what I'm trying to explain is that there is a God that controls this frame of reference, and everything you see happening right now is as a result of what is happening in the spirit realm. And if you do not believe that there is a spirit realm outside of this, then you need to explain to me what it means to have a dream. You need to explain to me what it means to have a vision. You need to explain to me what it means to actually see miracles happen. What should you take away from this video? Your happiness and joy should never depend on people, systems, or even money. Every time these things are not present, loneliness and depression sets in. Marriage cannot fix your loneliness because no human being is designed to fill the void in your soul. The truth is, there are only two things that can keep you away from loneliness: pursuing purpose and being in tune with God. A lot of young people think the emptiness they feel comes from the lack of money or material things. So they chase these things hoping they will find fulfillment. But here's the catch. Many people finally get the money, the car, the house, and whatever they were chasing, only to realize that the void has grown even bigger. That's because money was never the missing piece. It was God. It was purpose. If you want to overcome loneliness, focus on finding your purpose. When you align yourself with God, the unique part that is created for you, loneliness disappears automatically. Because you are too focused on destiny, you are too focused on purpose, you are too focused on God to even be distracted by loneliness in the first place. Before I go, I want to say a very huge thank you to everyone that has been subscribing to the channel. Currently, we are at around 1,400 subscribers. I never believed we could grow this fast this year. I was just creating content to help my fellow people out there to become better at what you do. And you guys have decided to support me in a manner that is immeasurable. I want to say a very big thank you. So check out the channel. There are other videos that you will be interested in. And if you want to start content creation, I'll put a video up on screen so that you can go and watch that one. And if you also want me to make a very specific video, drop it down in the comments. And if it gets a lot of likes, I'll definitely create that video. And see you guys in the next one.